My name is Ulka, and I work with the RIPE NCC in the communications team. But today I'm here delivering this presentation on e-learning and certification on behalf of my colleague Sandra from Training Services. For those of you who might not be very familiar with RIPE NCC's training services, let me give you a little background information. We have a team of about 10 trainers who travel our service region extensively to do face-to-face training courses. Last year alone, our trainers visited 46 countries, they did 121 training courses, and they trained 2,317 people face-to-face, another 1,596 through our weekly webinars. We also have something called the RIPE NCC Educa Days, which is a day-long online conference which brings together experts from around the world. Last year, we held an Educa on IPv6, on World IPv6 Day, which is the 6th of June. And we were delighted to see people from around the world tuning in to participate. No matter what kind of training it is, whether it's face-to-face or a webinar or an Educa, our goal is the same. It's to promote knowledge on industry hot topics, internet measurements, RPKI, IPv6, whatever it might be. It's to empower individuals and communities like yourselves, and ultimately, to make your jobs easier, however we can, whether it's to teach tricks and tips around the RIPE database, or anything that could help you do your job better. But given the extensive contact our training team has with people every year, 4,000 people roughly last year, we get a lot of feedback from them. And this feedback has helped us identify 3 major gaps. And this is why my presentation is called Bridging the Gap. And the 3 major gaps that we think our e-learning can help fill are these. Lack of integrated knowledge. This applies particularly to young professionals when they just start off in their careers. Lack of time. When you start your job and then you want to update your skills and knowledge and find yourself short on time to do that. And finally, lack of validation. You've got your job, you made the time to learn, and now you don't have a validation of that skill. And I will show you a bit about how we hope to try to address these. How we hope our e-learning can help bridge these gaps a little bit. I was very happy to see that we have a large contingent from the University of Sarajevo here today, because this project might be of particular interest to you. We ran a pilot project in 2018 in partnership with the American University of Beirut, where we combined the RIPE NCC's e-learning modules with the university curriculum. Our training team has learned that there are certain gaps very often between academia and the demands of a job, but particularly, say, in issues such as the RIPE database or IPv6. This led to an extensive conversation with the American University of Beirut, which is based in Lebanon. These conversations were not short. They took place over the span of a year. There was more than the training team involved. There was also our external relations team. They spoke extensively to the faculty of the American University of Beirut, to their computer sciences professors, who spoke about the gaps in their curricula and what they would like to see filled. We spoke to them about what we could offer from our side, from our existing online courses. And together, we created a blended learning module. What this meant in practice was that the students of the AUB Computer Sciences program had their face-to-face classes with their professors as usual, but they also had access to our online material, which was placed not on our website, but within the e-learning environment of the American University of Beirut, which allowed those professors to track their students, track their progress, and give them grades. The pilot, I'm happy to say, went pretty smoothly. The students were very happy with the material. And they've extended the pilot, and we hope to extend this to more universities. Of course, this is just an initial stage, but if there are universities here who would like to learn a bit more about this, please do come and talk to me. The next big gap is, of course, lack of time. We don't have it, and we need it for many different things. And this is why at the RIPE NCC Academy, we're trying to create bite-sized learning modules. If you don't know what the RIPE NCC Academy is, you can visit academy.ripe.net. It's our virtual learning environment. We have 3 courses there currently. This is free. It's open to everyone to use with a RIPE NCC Access account. And it also has the training playground, which is a copy of the RIPE database. And finally, possibly one of the biggest gaps, which is lack of validation. This is a tricky one, because we currently do give people certificates at the end of a face-to-face training course. And the trainees who attend these courses often say to us, yes, but it doesn't show my skill. We also give people a test online on the RIPE NCC Academy. And people who get those certificates have also said to us, yes, it shows my skill, but it doesn't prove my identity. So faced with these 2 dual problems, how do I prove that it was you who did the test, you who have the skill, and yes, this is your certificate? And this is what has led us to develop the RIPE NCC Certified Professionals Program. So when people came to us with this feedback, we started to talk to various members of the community. And this is what Timo Hilbrink from Access for All, some of you might know him, said to us, that it's very well, employers can use RIPE NCC certificates as part of the hiring process, but these certificates need to guarantee that whoever holds that certificate can actually do those practical things. So here's what we're hoping to achieve with the RIPE NCC certified professionals. We hope to provide valid proof of skills and knowledge to whoever holds the certificate. We hope that fresh graduates who certify metas find a way into this community. And we hope to keep sharing current content which is relevant and up to date. Of course, this is not as easy as it sounds. We've held several stakeholder consultations, both at RIPE 76 in Marseille, again at RIPE 77 in Amsterdam. And with the emphasis was always on the certificate being able to prove skills. This is why the training team started off with a job task analysis, where they met with people and asked them in very concrete terms which actions they carried out the most. What would they look for if they were to hire someone who holds one of these certificates? So they started off with a job task analysis. This job task analysis gave us a sense of how to restructure our online content. Within the next few months, you should see the content on academy.ripe.net change quite drastically, not in the actual content of it, but in the structure of it. We plan to make all our modules bite-sized so that they're 20 minutes long or 15 minutes long, so that you can learn about just one thing that you need to solve your problem on that day at that moment. And finally, to change our certification from certificates of participation and an online test where your identity is not verified to an online proctored exam. And if you pass this online proctored exam, you should get a digital badge. We are in talks to find a third-party assessment platform so that the assessment is fair and RIPE NCC staff are not involved in it. It'll be neutral. And at the end of this assessment, you should have a digital badge. And this digital badge will contain a lot of metadata. So you can verify who the badge was issued by, to whom the badge was issued, how long that badge is valid for. It can have an expiry date if we so choose. The badge is, of course, easily shareable. And crucially, it will contain a description of the skills and knowledge that that badge certifies. So, in short, we hope to invite people to become RIPE NCC certified professionals, which will allow you to certify your knowledge, receive a digital badge, and share your achievements with your network. Thank you.